Welcome back to the Shoogly shed. Today I am hoping to delve into these two engines. If you saw the last episode, you'll know that I've just bought these two Suzuki GS500 engines with a plan to strip them down and combine the parts to make one functioning engine. This arrived today in the post. It's my Haynes manual, my holy bible for the rebuild of these engines. There's a good reference point, got all my tolerances and things like that, and good to just double check that I know all the procedures I'm going through as I strip these down. Today's task, I'm hoping, is to take the top end off both the engines and strip them down to just the crankcase. Not going to delve into the crankcase just yet, I'm going to save that for another day. I think dealing with the top half is a good place to start. Ease myself into this job because it's a big job. I've only had a little bit of experience with the top end of engines in the past, but mainly nothing lower than the rockers or the head. I haven't really gone anything into the pistons, so that is uncharted territory for me. So I'm actually quite excited to check it out and just learn some more. So I can't actually get the cylinder block off the crankcase on this engine. I have a feeling because it's been sat open for so long, the piston rings might have sort of fused to the cylinder lining. So I'm going to leave this one just now, and I'm going to shift onto this one and see if I could start from the top on this one instead. I've decided that I'm going to actually, as I take everything out, I'm going to label them all and put them in freezer bags. So next up is the rocker cover. Now that all the rocker cover bolts are loose, I can just take them out, and hopefully the rocker cover will lift off. Hey presto. Hey, that looks pretty clean. That looks really clean actually. That's a big sigh of relief for me, because having seen the other engine, it does not look clean whatsoever, so that filled me with a bit of confidence. So with the rocker cover off, I can see that this engine doesn't actually have rockers. It's actually just a camshaft cover. This is a twin overhead cam, so it's got two camshafts operating each set of valves. There you go. I'm learning, that's the point, I'm learning. It is pretty clean. Like, the cam lobes look to be in really good condition. So really usefully, these have little markers on them that show you where they go. So this is the A position one, and then there's a B, a C and a D, two for each camshaft. That's handy. Okay, so now that the camshafts are loose, I can hopefully lift them out. I've already taken the cam chain tensioner off, so the cam chain is nice and slack. What I'll also do is put my own markings on them just so I don't mix them up. So you take the valve cover gasket off. Okay, time to try and remove the cylinder head. it is just, all the bolts are off, so it should, in theory, just lift off, maybe with a little bit of force. There we go. Bingo! Alright. So, immediately I can see this piston has something going on. A little fragment of metal that has clearly bounced about in there. It's also caused a reasonable amount of damage to this cylinder head. Chunks of metal all over the place. That's not a good start. At least it's obvious, but it wasn't what I was hoping for. Considering the condition of the other pistons, I was hoping these ones were going to be okay. This was the engine that had the knocking, so this could explain something. So just to give you guys a bit of a close-up here, this one seems okay, a bit sooty, but that's fine. This one, however, certainly does not look okay. It is really chewed up. Something's clearly gotten in here and has bounced about like mad and chipped away. Who knows what it was, but that could be terminal for this cylinder head. It could be terminal. Unfortunately, I've run out of time today. I wanted to get the head off and the cylinders off in order to just have a wee look at the top end a bit more. I struggled with that first engine for too long, trying to get it off. I think possibly the piston rings have seized into the cylinder lining. That'll make my life quite tricky trying to get it out. But we'll have a go later on. This one I think will probably come off when I give it a good go, because it has been sealed unlike the other one, so I think the piston rings might be in better nick. When I look at this piston though and see the damage, I just know I'm opening a whole can of worms here with this engine. To be honest, I don't actually think I want to take this off. I don't want to see the damage. Ignorance is bliss. I mean, there's literally chunks of metal there. Chunks of casing by the looks of things. Aluminium. The pistons are goner for sure. Hopefully I'll see you in the next episode when I try to take this cylinder off and the other one possibly too, and measure up which one I'm likely to keep for the rebuild. As always, give me a wee like, leave me a comment if you're interested, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. I said I wanted to learn, but I'm starting to feel like I'm biting off way more than I can chew. No more serious me. See people on loud motorbikes ruining my videos.